a bit of a different video this week. I thought it would be kind of fun and refreshing, I guess, in a weird way, to kind of look at some of my, I guess, collection of dinosaurs that I have created over the years. So this is in no particular order in regard to like when I created them. If you would like to kind of see that in sequence, then just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to kind of like go over this a little bit more thoroughly. Um, like I don't have the references for the sizes and stuff, so I'm just purely looking at it from an artistic angle. So we'll go ahead and just start with this guy over here, this little friendly little lizard. This one here is the Velociraptor. So I'm definitely not going to go into edit mode because I just appended these from their collections. So I don't know if they're really dense in geometry. I have the viewport on like simplify right now. So just in case if any of these are really dense, I cannot, I will not deal with the crashing and all that. But anyway, so this, oh my gosh, I don't mind the teeth. I guess there's some mirror stuff happening there, which it looks like it doesn't have the mirror object. But this was like definitely one of my first earlier ones. So you could see the feet don't really have a lot of ground support. So when it's walking, it's kind of standing on hardly anything, I think, in my opinion. But I don't have a plane, so it's hard to really tell that, to be honest. Let me look at it from front view. Yeah, there's some weirdness happening here. It's probably got some strange topology. And again, if you're interested, I can do more videos on this kind of stuff and just talking about how I would go about approaching the topology today versus my older works. I mean, it's not too bad considering it was like my first go. The tongue looks a little strange. There's some weirdness going on there. Obviously, the teeth are all messed up, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mess with it, but it's there. All right, so way back when I first started YouTube, I had a Let's Create kind of playlist, and that playlist was to do with the Parasaur. So this is it. I'm sure there's more levels. Yeah, so there's 6 levels of subdivision. Right now I have my scene in max subdivision level 3, so it's not super detailed like it should be. But it's kind of a cute little guy, I'll be honest. When I imported it, I was like, wow. Yeah, it's not horrible. Kind of cute. I remember trying to really get the hands as accurate, I guess, as I could at the time. Because I think there's some, I don't know if it's been solved. I'll be honest, I'm not the best dinosaur person, but they walk on, 4 feet. Just take everything I say about dinosaurs with a grain of salt. I just think they look cool. I hardly know too much about them unless I'm creating them at the time. The feet look a little weird. Yeah, little flat-toed, so to speak. But, it's not bad. I like it. Little eyes are maybe strange. I don't know. I'd have to look at some references at this point. It's been so long, but yeah, that one was nostalgic in a sense. Hopping over to my Carnotaurus. So when I imported this, it was under Carnotaurus 2021. So it's been, oh my gosh, 3 years since I've been using Blender. So this is my earlier work for sure. Also, keep in mind the sizes. Like I was not modeling to scale at all. So you can start seeing where I start doing that. And that's over towards this side. But the little Carno, it definitely looks like his arms were broken. Poor guy or girl, whatever. I had a lot of issues. I mean, baking was not great. This is the high poly. So you could see I try to compensate with the lack of spikes. And this is actually something, how funny. I ran into this issue with my current Carnotaurus with the spikes and having to retopologize and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, fun little guy. Definitely the toes look a little weird. Yeah, definitely that one is the dew claw is very strange. Um, Spikes, I tried to I can't even remember. I think it was the multi-res that I applied, and then I was, like, stretching these out because I forgot about the spikes and all that. It's funny, as I'm recording this, my computer is, like, slowly wanting to blow up, so, I have to pause in between. But, yeah, so this Carno, it's there, you know? Alright, my little Triceratops. I never actually did get around to finishing this guy. This is definitely an older one as well. I don't know if it's properly scaled. I would say it's probably not. But um again, the feet are weird, but I think this one had potential. You know, I like how the back is shaped. I definitely felt like I got that. Um yeah, I mean really not too much to say about it, just the feet. All right, so I'm going to briefly pause this so I can learn how to pronounce this dinosaur. Right. So it's the Giganotosaurus. This one was fun. I felt like this playlist creating this particular dinosaur had a lot of traction. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was because the Jurassic Park movie was coming out with this dino and people liked it at the time. Legs are kind of uh, pigeon-toed, so a little odd there, but I think I went a little too ham on the wrinkles. And let's see, what else can I roast about the dino? Mouth is okay. It's not horrible. Definitely no like sense of gum line in there. It's just kind of like there, but it's okay. I'll go into top perspective. Let's see. I would just say the positioning of the legs are a little strange at time, or for this particular dinosaur, but it looks okay to me. I don't know what the topology looks like, so that could be a whole nother story. All right, popping over to the Stego. The Stego was fun because I was using Substance Painter to texture it, and that was kind of my goal is I wanted to have a dino that I was able to properly texture. So I made sure that I really tried to put as much detail into this one as possible. I don't know how I feel about the scales right now. Mm, I think they're a little bit too intense. Um, but you know, maybe that's just my personal preference on it. I believe I would have hand sculpted those. So, um, I've got a little Z fighting going in here because I probably have an extra, yeah, object when I appended it, but that's fine. Definitely I imported again some extra stuff, so that's gonna look a little weird. I do believe the thighs were a little bit thin for me, and this is the high poly, I believe. Yeah, so this is the subdivision level 5. So it looks okay, but I believe the earlier, like Sub-Zero, Sub-1, it's a little bit flatter and smaller, so it kind of baked out looking a little thin on the legs. They look okay right now. Yeah, so this one's fine. And one thing I'm really trying to learn is rigging. So I've been told that having any sort of tail curved down like this can make rigging a little bit hard. So I think in future, I'm just going to have everything as default posed as possible, meaning just nice and straight. That way, when it comes time to rigging and posing, that makes it easy. And I should really try it with the Stego and see what difficulties I run into. I just haven't gone that far. So, all right, hopping over to the Mosasaurus. This one I also textured in Substance Painter, so that was fun to do. I think the scale is off, I'll be honest, because when I put it next to like, I can't remember what it was anymore, but this was way too small. and it should be pretty big. It's fine. I don't know if I love the face. I would have to really kind of dissect what it's actually supposed to look like. It's been a while, but it's okay. I think it was my first aquatic dinosaur, so that was fun to do. I know there was a lot of discussion on how the tail should look. So I think based on Scott Hartman, because he's got some a lot of interesting facts about dinosaurs, he kind of mentioned, I guess, what it should look like, or best guess. All right, so the Ostraraptor. This one was interesting because I put feathers on it. And there's not a lot of information out there, or I should say there wasn't a lot of information out there in regard to working on alpha cards and stuff, especially on something or an object like this, where it would require multiple alpha cards to kind of transition between the different feathers. It was, I think I have a video on it, attempting to create feathers is what I called it. And I have yet to revisit creating feathers. And I think what I should do is start with something simple, like maybe just cutting the head off, so to speak, and just like working on that part versus doing the entire body. I think it just became a little bit too much and it was overwhelming. So this one took a while. It's okay. The feet, again, it's like tiptoes. There's really nothing for it to walk on. So I could have fattened this up and gave it some more length there. And again, I'm not going to go into render because my computer will probably blow up. Okay, the Onchopristis. So this one, I do have a free little mini course on it, just simply modeling it. It's very basic right now. But I don't know, maybe I should consider sculpting it out and shaping it a little bit properly. So definitely needs work, but there it is. And I believe the scaling now is starting to become more accurate. All right, so the Carnotaurus. This one here is my recent work. Let's see, what can I grill about it? I'm almost like to the point where I don't want to because that would make me really sad. Oh yeah, the spikes. I don't even want to go down that road. If you've been listening to my previous videos, I just had a whole thing with those and having to retopologize and stuff. So I will leave this one alone. I will be kind to myself today. Let's see. What could I say about it? The mouth here. There was some weird topology, probably where I ended an edge or something and kind of gave it like this bulgy crease effect. So I think in future I would shift that down the mouth so that wouldn't happen in future. But that's all I can think of right now. Again, I'm going to be nice to myself since it is current. All right, the Spinosaurus. This one I was excited to do because it's obviously one of the biggest dinosaurs that was out there. And unfortunately, you can't see all of the, let me hide some of the other dinos. Okay, I'm going to keep it at subdivision of 5. I hid the other dinosaurs so it would give me more memory. But this one I spent a lot of time on. You probably know I have a course on it, modeling, and then I also have a course on my website for sculpting. So I enjoyed it, and I think it came out really well. Let me think. I don't love the nose. As you can see here, it just is not. There's a bit of stretching, so I probably should have added some more edge loops in there. I don't know what the edges look like right now. Let's see what else. The feet look okay. what I would really like to do, and I think this would help me with modeling, is actually deforming my meshes. And again, like I had said, I would like to start getting into rigging, and I've already started doing a few courses on that. So hopefully I can share more information and better my work with that. But this is it. I it's not a lot, I'll be honest. I think I have more on my other computer, but this was just what was on my hard drive. And yeah, it's all a process and it takes time. So hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know if you'd like to see any other videos that include all of the dinos and maybe comparing sizes and what they should be and what they are. And I don't know, stuff like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.